Great. I just left quickly to my car. Drove all the way home. Didn't stop. All right. Last night you went to Oracle Arena to go see a proud Raider fan, I would guess. He could be a San Francisco fan. He could be.
There's a
But he's
possibility, but I think right now he's totally playing the Oakland card, so
all
I'm
right.
pretty sure he's a Raider.
For those that don't know, Oracle Arena sits right by 3.1x.com Park. What the fuck name is the name of your stadium now?
Whoever will pay Mark, I have
What
no
is it?
idea.
What is the 31x.com? Whatever the hell the name of that.
I think that's the name of the site when it gets blown up. I think they just named it the Coliseum now.
Was that the craziest thing last year that they were calling it like the 3x 313x21.com park or whatever it was for who over
I thought it was the O. Wasn't it the O
Yes.
Coliseum?
But it was something crazy like it wasn't O2 or anything cool. It was like the O1.com park. It was something crazy. But I digress. Right next
Yes.
to it sits Oracle Arena.
Oracle, yes,
Brought
sir.
to you by Oracle. When you need software that will infect your computer and make it slow, Oracle. Makers of PDF software. All right. I knew that, Andrew. Did you know that Oracle makes PDF viewers?
Nope. Good knowledge.
Computer just works. All right. Magic images on my screen just appear. You went there. You got credentials thanks to our friend Bill Trio. Or did you apply for credentials through us?
No, no, Lee. Of course it was through Bill.
Okay. You know we could have gotten credentials for that one.
I hope.
No, we could have. That's not a hard
I'm
get.
going to tell you, Rock Nation is a very hard company to get a hold of. Even through email, it seems like they don't respond.
Who's their Bernie Barmashal slash who is their Mark Abrams PR guy for Rock Nation?
I have it on email. I forget her name off
Let's
the top of
call her
my head.
out.
I'm just saying, it's a
Let's
very
burn a
hard.
bridge. It's only Andre Wood, for God's
It
sake.
is only Andre Ward. And let me tell you, a very unprofessional, once again, fight that was put on by Rock Nation. Lee, no media room. They basically want us to come there, 5 hours before the main event and cover all these fights and have nothing for the media in return. It's
Not
kind of
a
sad.
hot dog?
There is nothing in return. Lee, not even you don't even get free parking. I know this sounds like I'm nitpicking here, but I'm serious. It's kind of sad
You
that.
didn't play that. You didn't drive up to the back gate and play the
Oh,
media.
I tried. Oh, believe
Oh,
me.
okay. All right.
Yeah, no, no, none of that. They didn't. No, no one told us. That was like the number one answer with everybody. Um, It's just it doesn't even when I asked for a Wi-Fi code, nobody knew. It was on the table. They did have a Wi-Fi there. But yeah, no one in that worked Rock Nation that was handing out credentials knew what the Wi-Fi was. Um, and you would think Jay-Z's company putting on as many concerts as Jay-Z's company does, you think they would have a little better grasp on the PR side for boxing. People got to understand these guys. Rock Nation needs to understand it's still the media that helps sell their fighters. Andre Ward being one of them, who is a very hard ticket to sell. Lee, as we seen last night, only 8,653 fans came to the fight. And to give you a perspective of what that is,
How many? Wait, how many fans?
8,653.
Oh, okay. 8,000's a lot. I thought it was 800, which made a lot more sense. Who would
No, but
pay?
I would say there was about 800 of those or more that were just credentialed. I don't know if ringside tickets look exactly like credential tickets, but there was a lot of badges walking around the bottom bowl of that arena. Um, Andre can't. He kept saying 22 years I've been fighting, 22 years I've been fighting. He's got to start now. The time's up. The Kovalev's fight is coming, and now they have to start thinking about this fight in a 12-round decision type of way because it's clear, and we'll get into the fight here soon, but it's clear that Andre Ward is going to be a 12-round fighter from here on out. Um, I don't know if his market is bigger than Kovalev's. Kovalev can sell a ticket in Russia. We know he does more than 8,000 tickets. and he can sell a ticket over here in America. And with the win against Andre Ward, his market is only going to get bigger. Andre should start thinking about that, because last night, although the whole media room was clapping on an 8,000 seat venue or capacity, the thing fits 20,000. Nobody brings these kind of issues up. They make it seem like the 8,000 that came that's great. That's almost a sellout. We did fine, and it's not. And to give you perspective, Lee, there's 400,000 people that live in Oakland. There's 3 million people that live in the Bay Area. The Bay Area is not a little market. The San Jose Sharks sell out. The Giants sell out. The Raiders sell out. Now, the Raiders did have to tarp some of their stadium to get a sellout, but the Raiders average over 44,000 fans per game. There is no excuse for Andre Ward last night to only have 8,000 people when he's on the verge of the biggest fight in boxing. Seriously, we're telling the fans that this is the fight of the year, yet one guy can't sell out his home crowd?
Yeah. Well, 8,000 is 7,500 more seats than I thought they'd actually have filled. I don't know why anybody showed up for this tune-up of nothingness.
Yeah, it was a terrible matchup. We all know what it was. Anyone there that was looking for a competitive fight is stupid. This was a showcase. This guy was brought in to make Andre Ward look great one last time in front of his people, so then we can all follow him to Las Vegas for November. That's all this is, Lee. This guy they told us on the stat sheet that he's 5'10" and a half, yet he looks smaller than me in person, and I'm only 5'9". 5'10", possibly. He was about 3 inches shorter than Ward. He wasn't an inch shorter than Ward. That was a lie. He fought at the super middleweight division. This was his first fight at light heavyweight, and I'm telling you, the 7 extra pounds, he didn't carry him good at all. Slow, very slow. So slow that Andre Ward in the post-fight press conference cracked a joke about, I couldn't believe he thought he was going to hit me with some of those punches. So I asked Ward, so why did he go 12 rounds? If you're going to sit here and tell me that Alexander Brand is one of the best fighters in the light heavyweight division, that's a lie, because he doesn't even fight in that division. He's only fought in, I think it was twice in 3 years. This was a showcase that totally blew up in Rock Nation and Andre Ward's and HBO's face. HBO probably isn't really feeling this as much as the Ward team, because HBO has one. They have Terence Crawford, who's ready to blow up his damn self. They don't need 2 pay-per-view African Americans making money at the same time. We all know that will take away from one of their checks. And 2, Kovalev looks like the real deal. If Kovalev beats Andre Ward in November, he has then beaten Bernard Hopkins, who is a legend, and the heir to Bernard Hopkins, who everyone thought was Andre Ward, including myself. That'll put Sergey Kovalev as like one of the greatest Russian fighters ever to come out. He'd be one of the biggest stars right now. And there's a lot of fighters that are ready, Adonis Stevenson being one of them, that would make HBO a lot of money. So I don't see HBO being truly upset about where they're at with Ward. But if I work for Ward, if I'm under Team Ward, I'm a little nervous right now. Lee, listen. When Andre Ward fought Sullivan Barrera 3 or 4 months ago in March, we all seen that he wasn't using his right hand. And we kept saying, oh, you know what? It's ring rust. He's getting back into motion. He's been off for a few years, only had 2 fights in 3 years or 4 years. Give him time. And you know what? This is 3 months, 4 months later. He should have been primed last night. He should have been, all systems should have been on a go last night. And his right hand was not there. I swear to God, in the first 2 rounds, I think Andre Ward only throws 2 punches to the midsection with the right hand. He doesn't really open up the right until, I believe, round 8 is when he finally starts unleashing it. And you know what I noticed before the fight, Lee? This is when they're doing the announcement. I'm three rows back. Thank you, Bill Trio. I'm 3 rows back from the ring looking at Andre getting announced in, and he lifts his arm. And there is a serious scar that goes under Andre Ward's arm by his armpit to his shoulder. Looks like a banana slug for any of you that knows what slugs look like, but it's a fat little scar. 2013, Andre Ward, actually, excuse me, December of 2012, Andre Ward had surgery on that shoulder. He then fought one time in 2013, I believe no times in 2014, 0 fights, and then once in 2015 before starting his new career with Rock Nation this year. What I'm saying, Lee, is we didn't have the evidence to gauge how good that surgery really went with Andre Ward. And today I'm telling you, I have the evidence, and it does not look good. He don't have a right hand. It's either Andre Ward's right hand is gone, or Andre Ward's tendons can only go through so much during a fight, so he's holding back, hoping that he can unleash a few at the end. Whichever answer it is, it does not look good going into the November fight with Sergey Kovalev. And I'll give you the reason why. If you watch Sergey Kovalev destroy Bernard Hopkins in 2014, there's one thing that Sergey did. He put his foot to the pedal. He made Hopkins fight a fight that Hopkins did not want to. He picks you apart. He's a counterpuncher. He likes to box. He likes to hold. Sergey had none of that. Sergey came at him for 12 rounds, kept throwing punches. Sergey Kovalev has the best right hand in boxing. He might not have that good of a left hook, but his right hand is coming. Andre Ward can't lift his. If Andre Ward can't throw his, it's going to be a rough night. Last night was a total bust when you think it was supposed to be a showcase.
Yeah, what you said.
He won all 12. He won all 12 rounds. He won every minute of the fight. But Lee, he fought a guy with T-Rex arms. He fought a guy that wasn't a light heavyweight. He fought a guy that was 39 years old and looks absolutely nothing like the picture that BoxRec has this man to be. If Rock Nation was going off the picture on BoxRec, that's where they got it wrong, because that picture is a lie. That kid on BoxRec was about, 10, 12 years ago maybe. He's a different man today. It was a sad fight. I couldn't believe Andre went 12 with them, and I think I know why. It's too bad that I don't get another fight to actually gauge the right hand, because seriously, people need to start looking at Andre Ward's right. But Kovalev's coming. Kovalev was smiling. They know. Main events is not dumb. They've been through this before. There's something wrong with the right arm of Andre Ward.
Did you watch PBC this weekend?
No, sir.
Okay, then we won't talk about it, because I don't like PBC.
Yeah, done.
Which takes us to news of the week.
Hey, I heard Juan Diaz did have a victory, a very good fight this last night, Lee. I'm hearing him versus Verdejo's being discussed. That's an excellent fight for both of them. Either brings Juan Diaz back or sets Felix Verdejo off into the superstar level we think he's at. So a good fight for both of them if it happens.
Which takes us to news of the week. And for those of you going, you guys don't even watch the fights. Andrew went to the fight. And you guys already know my stance of not supporting the PBC in the hopes that they will all of you just stop watching, please. And that'll make them go away that much faster. It really
Or at least put on better fights.
I don't know. It's just all shit. I mean, they really are. Let's start off with, we'll start off with what Andrew believes is the media.
The media? What are you talking
confirming
about?
The Fight Net story that I broke because of the Manila News that broke 13 minutes when I said it on air, which was, it is confirmed Jesse Vargas is fighting Manny Pacquiao. That wasn't the cool part of the story, and you can certainly go to our page, Fight Net Radio, on Facebook. It's the fact that Jesse Vargas himself liked the post.
Yes, sir. Millions of dollars in his pockets. I would like it too.
And so now we have Manny Pacquiao versus Jesse Vargas. Oh boy.
Maybe. Just a maybe, you guys. Look at Bob Arum said everybody's jumping the gun. on confirming this fight. He said he hasn't talked to Manny Pacquiao. He's flying out to Manila this week to have that discussion. When Manny Pacquiao